Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie. Welcome if this is your first week visiting us. I will be doing an Oracle card reading for the week of June 6th through June 12th, 2021, but as always, if you stumble across this reading outside of that time frame and the guidance feels relevant to you, then it certainly is. So we do have a new moon coming in this week, generally, historically, great for the energy of creation. June 10th to be more precise, so that would be Thursday, I believe, of this week. So great energy for creating more of what we want, which is something we've been talking about quite a bit recently. What do we want to focus on? What do we want to put into this void that keeps coming up week after week after week, this sort of vacuum energy that keeps coming up each week? So what do we want to grow more of? What is going to be there waiting for us when we finally are able to get out of this time period of kind of like a holding pattern, when it is the right time for us to move forward? What will we be putting in there so that there's more of it growing on the other side? I almost forgot to mention, I've kind of like a fish out of water today. Please forgive me for my discombobulation. I am in a different spot. I have never recorded a video, and I do a lot of my private readings by video as well, and I've never recorded a video out of my regular spot, which is in a different part of my house. But we're doing some construction right now, and so I am moved upstairs to a loft area, and I just feel like I don't know where anything is. Everything's backwards. So forgive me. We may be in this spot for a little while. It's not permanent, but I don't know where I'll be permanently after this. So same house, but different spot. So if you notice me like turning the wrong direction or that sort of thing, I'm a little discombobulated today. So we are going to do our usual crystal card from crystal deck number 2, and this is from the Healing Crystals card deck. The light's way different up here as well, so hopefully we can work that out over the next few weeks. The Oracle card deck we're going to use this week is called the Hero's Journey. I've never used this here on YouTube or in a private reading. As a matter of fact, it's more kind of a personal deck, but so many things have been coming up for me and then for everyone I talk to as far as dream symbolism and just some really far out dreams recently. So this is a deck you can use to guide yourself through sort of the hero's journey, if you've ever heard of that, but also kind of what you may be dreaming about, like what's coming in for the collective is how we're going to apply this week, because I'm finding a lot of commonalities when people come to me about what they're dreaming about. There's general themes we're finding in common. So it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds this week using this deck. May or may not be dream related, but just keep in mind that this deck can be used for that purpose. So I did go ahead and draw the cards. I have not looked at them just because I'm already discombobulated enough. So I did draw them and just left them face down. I did draw one for each day of the week from the Hero's Journey Oracle and then one overarching crystal energy. And so the crystal energy we have for this week is Petersite. And it connects the third eye to the solar plexus, which is really what we've been talking about over the past month or so, is connecting your intuition to the energy of creation. So that coming back already again this week, just in the kind of theme energy. The 3 keywords for this are transforming, releasing, and intuitive. So, connecting to that energy of action, but also to the intuition. And Petersite says, I honor my inner truth and power. I honor my inner truth and power. So that is your crystal energy for the week of June 6th through June 12th. Okay, so then let's start with the Hero's Journey. And again, I did draw the 7 cards, and we'll just talk about those one by one, but I have not looked at them yet, so it'll be a surprise for me as well. So let's start with Sunday, June 6th. We have the Me Time card, which says enjoy your own company. And I love this for a Sunday card, because to me Sunday is kind of like a day to relax, but also get your ducks in a row kind of for the coming week. So it's a self-care card, music, a salt bath, lunch or a phone call with a friend, a walk outside. What do you want to spend your me time on today? But making sure that you carve some out. So a really strong reminder that Sunday is A great day for self-care. I think there's even an Instagram hashtag to that effect about Sunday self-care. So making sure you carve that out for yourself today because it sets up your energy for the coming week. So some me time for Sunday. And then Monday, which is June 7th, we have You Hold the Key to an Awakened Life. Set yourself free. So this card is about starting out the week in a state of consciousness and a state of self-awareness and really being present and focused so that you can see the various options that and opportunities too that are being presented to you this week. So same energy we've had recently. We're not out of it yet. And I think I mentioned a couple weeks ago, I don't really feel energetically a turning point until maybe July. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be one day everything's changed, but that things start moving again, I believe, in July. So Monday, conscious, aware, seeing all the paths that are available to you. You hold the key to an awakened life. And you do that through your consciousness and through your awareness. So then Tuesday, which is June 8th, which is my birthday. So let's see what's going on my birthday Tuesday. It is Celebrate the Sacred Gap. Give thanks for buffer time. So this is kind of that same self-care energy that comes in really strongly on Sunday. And this is also kind of funny because I am a huge fan of buffer time. I'm the person that needs like a buffer day when they go on vacation, like before they go and when they come back. I could go away for the most relaxing weekend or camping or whatever it is, and I still need a buffer day before I can get back to my regular schedule. So the buffer day message is bigger than that, though. It's about, thank goodness we don't manifest things instantly or we'd all be in trouble. Thank goodness the universe knows our plans and what is best for us better than we do and can see kind of further out and further down the line than we can see. So thank goodness we have a buffer between our thoughts and our manifestation of them. This is where we're at still. We're at that void, that vacuum, that space that is being so graciously held for us for creation. And this is another reminder to be in gratitude for this gap, this void, this vacuum. Instead of feeling maybe frustrated by it or like you're stuck, just sink into it. So celebrate the sacred gap. That's your Tuesday energy. And then Wednesday, we have Ocean of Emotion, which says don't be afraid to explore the depths and the vastness of your emotions. It's possible some of us might be having dreams or things in our waking lives that are making us a little like melancholy or moody or just I don't want to use the term over emotional because I don't think that's a thing. You just are, it is what it is. But more emotional than your norm, whatever that looks like for you. So that's kind of the feeling I'm getting around this Wednesday energy is that maybe emotions are heightened just for you. That doesn't mean they're heightened, that everybody's are, but for you, for what your norm is, you may be feeling a little more edgy, a little more raw, just a little more moody. And that's okay. So if you're feeling moody, maybe revisit that Sunday energy about having some alone time, some self-care, the buffer energy that comes out this week. This is, maybe just a week to be kind to yourself. Have some me time and work through it. Just let those emotions flow through you. It does say ocean of emotion, which is the energy of flow, not of putting a cork in it. The ocean of emotion says you can feel all your emotions and ride the waves of them without being swept out to sea. So that is your Wednesday energy. And then Thursday, we have the return card. So this is the day of the new moon. And this says, own your mastery. So this card kind of says I'm back from yesterday when I was feeling a little just not myself, maybe a little out of sorts, a little open, a little raw, a little more emotional than usual, a little melancholy, a little moody. This says, okay, I did let that flow through me. That was a great idea. I didn't stifle it. I didn't try to stop the flow of the ocean. I just let it go. And I'm back. Um, so, you know, this says, now I'm feeling more confident. Now I'm feeling more grounded. This is my time. What do I want to focus on? So, kind of getting back into focus on Thursday. And then on Friday, we have the Afterglow card, which says land gracefully. So this is perfect on the heels of yesterday's return card. It's kind of like re-entry from the cosmos, or re-entry from that feeling of kind of being disconnected and out of sorts earlier in the week. So, like re-entry from the cosmos and making the re-entry as smooth as possible. And in order to do that, you still have to be gentle with yourself. You have to, go back to that me time card, go back to that sacred gap card. And I think this is just going to be a week of heightened emotions for a lot of people. And as I always say, I don't know astrology. It's just like a foreign language to me. I find it incredibly fascinating, but I do wonder, aside from the new moon, what else is going on? Because this week I feel like is a week of just heightened emotions for people. But it's also going to be far more manageable than it would have been at other times in your life, just because of the growth and self awareness that you now possess. So, things that would have bothered you and really sent you into kind of a spiral of anxiety or funkiness, you let flow through you now. And that's the message earlier this week with the Ocean of Emotion card. So, this is saying, hey, I have learned a lot, and now I can bask in this kind of afterglow energy. Even if I don't feel great, even if I'm still feeling a little emotional this week, I know I can ride the waves of this because of my self awareness, because of my consciousness, and because of the growth I've gone through over the past few years. So there's your afterglow energy for Friday. And then Saturday, the end of the week, we have the North Star card. So with this, your kind of spirit, your divine, your higher self, however you look at that higher vibrational guidance, however you view that guidance, says, I will show you the way. You've had kind of a rough week emotionally. I will show you the way. As long as you stay in that place of consciousness and in that place of awareness, especially self awareness, and consciousness, I will make the way clear to you. So, this goes back to the crystal energy at the beginning of the week too, which I find interesting because we have that third eye and the solar plexus being connected. So creation energy, energy of movement, but also energy of the solar plexus of self-awareness, of self-esteem, of self-worth, and the third eye of intuition. So really connecting Saturday back to the beginning of the week. And saying, okay, if you pay attention, if you allow your intuition and your higher guidance to lead you, the way will be made clear. We will show you your North Star. So that's our energy for this week. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I apologize for my being like a fish out of water. And I will see you next week.